Hey, how you doing? It's Dan McDonald from regenerateyourlife.org, and this is a video marathon. Today I'm making my absolute favorite yogurt recipe, coconut and hemp seed yogurt. Check it out. I'm going to take 1 cup of hemp seeds, and then I'm going to open up a coconut. And I'm going to strain it through the fine mesh strainer. If you use the coarse strainer, you might get some of the wood chips in there. That's why I always use the fine strainer to filter the coconuts through. Then what I'm going to do is bust that bad boy open. And I'm going to get the meat out of there. And it's a nice pudding meat this time. There's different types of meat within the coconuts, but this one's really nice and easy pudding style, so that's really nice. It'll make it quick and easy on this video here. Sometimes you gotta clean it out really good because it's the thicker stuff, but this one's really easy, so I'm just gonna throw that in. It's not as much meat as I would like, but it'll be enough for the video for now. Usually it's basically 1 cup of hemp seeds, 1 cup of the coconut meat, which generally most coconuts have about that as an average. This one's a bit smaller, but that's okay, no big deal. We don't need to get so perfect. I could open up another one and show you, but that'll be fine. This is just enough. The coconut meat, the coconut fat is really good for you, and so is the hemp seeds. And so are the avocados. Those are my 3 favorite sources of fat, essential fatty acids. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there. So it's really simple. And then the last ingredient is the LIYF biotic from Pyridine. This allows the proteins to be broken down into amino acids and the fats to be broken down into fatty acids. Here's what's going on in today's day and age. We're having a lot of gluten, we're having a lot of meat to get protein, to get amino acids really. You don't want protein, what you want is amino acids. And generally most people do not have enough hydrochloric stomach acid in order to really break down the meats into those absorbable amino acids that actually do feed the muscles. Yeah, you get small amounts, but if the trick would be is to chew your meat really well, chew your grains really well. But who does that? Nobody chews their meat good enough to break it up. Nobody chews up their carbohydrates when they're eating the different types of gluten-y grains and things like that. And you're not being able to really absorb the amino acids in those foods. But when you do these cultured coconut almond yogurts and the coconut hemp seed yogurt and the coconut walnut yogurt, then what's happening is not only are you blending and breaking those free, but what you've got here is this probiotic. You just put 1 little teaspoon of the probiotic in there, and then that starts to culturize, and that starts a process of breaking the proteins down into amino acids, which are absorbable, and breaking the fats down into fatty acids and the carbohydrates into glucose, so that everything is absorbed right through the GI tract wall. When you're eating those larger proteins, particularly in the case of gluten, that's what happens to a lot of people, and the gluten and the grains and the bread really mess up a lot of people. And so those larger chunks of protein can get trapped in the very small portions between the villi in the small intestine where there's absorption, and they can also get trapped at the end. The villi are like absorption cups in the GI tract. And once that mucus and all those gluten-y grains and harder foods, like if you eat an orange, it stays nice and wide open. It doesn't get trapped, nothing gets blocked up. But when you start eating those heavier foods that aren't chewed well and that are more difficult for the body to break down because your digestive juices aren't strong enough and you're not spending enough time chewing those foods, these proteins can tend to get trapped. And that's when they get trapped at the end of the villi and in and between, and it becomes kind of a slimy, sludged up mess. And that's why periodic fasting or juicing or going on a fruit diet for a little while or eating watermelons for 7 days in the summer to clean some of that out, to let that fiber pass through there. And it's an electrical fiber when the food is raw. It's an electrical fiber that'll latch on, bind, neutralize, and pull out through the feces, okay? And it'll clean up those villi so that everything can be absorbed better. And absorption is the absolute key. The better your absorption, the less you need to eat calorically, because what you're looking for is nutrient density. You're looking for easily absorbable amino acids right here. Every bodybuilder needs to know this so that they can truly maximize, because this is beauty food and much more readily available amino acids. You eat that whey protein crap and even those chicken breasts and stuff like that, that meat is stimulation for your workouts. I get it. But it's not really about the protein, because you're not breaking those down enough. The stimulation from meat is one thing. If we just get truthful about it, that's what it is. And I have no problem with that. I'm not one of these vegan police. You know, but I do understand that eventually it will tax the adrenals. Okay, that's my opinion on meat, is that it's very stimulating, it stimulates the metabolism, and it makes you kind of age a lot faster. It makes you mature faster and then age faster. When you take a more vegetarian society or a vegan type child, it'll grow more slowly. That's a big subject. I don't really want to get into it that much, but what I want to emphasize is the bioavailability of the amino acids in this recipe right here, as well as the other recipes that I make here with the cultured foods. That's why I never eat the foods unless they're prepared this way, that are the cultured nuts and seeds, because it just makes so much more sense to be able to absorb so much more of the nutrition in the food, because that's why you buy the food, that's why you eat it, right? To get the nutrition from it. And if you're not, you might want to think about that, because you want to live a good life, you're going to need the nutrition to be able to do that. So I'm going to add a little bit more hemp seed here, because I didn't, if there was a little more coconut, it would have been a little bit thicker. There we go. That's all she wrote there. That's a nice yogurt that I can use. It's pretty thin. I could thicken it up. I just dumped it all in there. It's usually 1 cup of water, 1 cup of hemp seeds, and 1 cup of coconut. I think there was about probably 2 cups of water, and so I needed to add some of that other stuff. But it's okay, because what I'm going to use this for tonight is actually a salad dressing, a ranch dressing that I use that you can pour on your salad. So no matter who you are or what your lifestyle is, you can take this coconut yogurt, or this coconut hemp seed yogurt. I'll set it on the counter for about an hour or two. It'll culturize, start to break down process, and then I'll come in here later and use this with some herbs and some spices and make an amazing dressing. Okay, so I get all of that amazing nutrition on top of. You can use this for dips, or you can use it for a salad dressing, which I'm going to do tonight. I will try to make the ranch dressing, but this is like my 5th video today, or 6th video today. I've got 1 more to make for my website, the Reboot program, that's going to be going up, regenerateyourlife.org, finally getting into the digital download, so get excited about that. And so I'm going to make 1 more video, and if I have some more life rejuvenation, love, energy in me, which I probably will, then I will make the ranch dressing tonight and show you my salad. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time and attention today. It's great to spend time with you. Coconut almond yogurt. This is Paradigm Life Biotic, and the 2 ounces are now available. This is 8 ounces. 2 ounces is now available. This lasts a year. The 2 ounces will last about 3 months when you're making these cultured yogurts. So check it out. There's a Paradigm link down below. Thank you very much. Love you. Have a great day, and peace be with you.